Oh, wow. I am very, very, very excited for this new era that we are stepping into. I had a message come through in a dream yesterday, and I've just been buzzing full of energy of the clarity that's been gained from this message that I've received from the messenger that came in. And it's actually quite phenomenal how our life shifts and turns and moves and grooves as we really make space to commit to ourselves and our vision and our embodied evolution, which is what this Telegram group was called before I just changed it to Wealth Alchemy. And through the clarity gained, as well as things that have been swimming through my mind over the last, say, 6 months, with everything that I've created for myself and in my business and in my life and all of the things, I came to the realization for myself that as much as it is about money, it's also not about money. And when I started my journey back in 2017, I started for the money. That's literally the only reason why I started. When I got introduced to Anagic and the career plan just blew me away. It was crazy to me how much money we could make with these products, by sharing these products, by sharing true health, by sharing clean living drinking water, electrolyzed reduced water, especially with the business model that I got involved in back then, that is very, very similar to what we have within the Growth Shift membership, of making money being ourselves. It just made complete sense to me. Why would I not make all of that money by being myself, by becoming better every day, and by sharing everything that I'm learning with my soul tribe to then support them make a lot of money being themselves and becoming better every day, for them to do that for their soul tribe, for them to do that for their soul tribe. It just made sense to me. It made sense. Why would I not? Why would we not? Why would we not, right? The only reason that we would not is because we don't believe in ourselves. But let me tell you, you are so very fucking capable of anything and everything it is that you see in your mind's eye and feel in your heart. It's just on the other side of claiming it and then being brave and stepping forward every single day to make the shifts and changes that are required, to create the space required to gain clarity of what it is that you want out of life. So many people are focused on what they don't want, not realizing that that focus is creating more of what they don't want. So many people are living within a lack and scarcity mindset, not realizing that staying in that lack and scarcity mindset, sorry, my cat is just boop. That's a message from the universe. Boop, yes, they are. Not realizing that staying in this lack and scarcity mindset is creating more lack and scarcity. It's very, very important that we shift the way in which we think, that we shift the stories that we tell, that we shift the beliefs that we have. If the way that we're thinking, the stories that we're telling and the beliefs that we have, if they're not serving us, if they don't make us feel good, if they're not creating better for ourselves, we must shift them. Otherwise, things are not going to change. And this is the whole point of Wealth Alchemy. I've been speaking about internal alchemy for a long time. And I've been speaking about how, as much as it's not about the money, it is about the money. I've created such a wealthy, abundant, free, nourishing life. And I'm yet to have a 10 grand month. I'm yet to have a £10,000 month. And you know what? For such a long time, I carried around such shame about this. Because so many people within my wider community were creating 5-figure months, multiple 5-figure months within a year and 2 years of starting their business. And there was this shame that I attached to it because I attached so much self-worth to money because of my own wounding internally. And now it's like I've been sitting there just thinking about things like, why am I attaching so much worth to it? Look at what I've created for myself. Look at the woman that I've become in the process. How happy I am. If you don't know where I started from my rock bottom. I was depressed and anxious and toxic and unhealthy in all of the ways. I was living paycheck to paycheck in a job that I didn't like. I was in relationships that were not good for me in all of the ways. Intimate relationships. I suffered from codependency, manipulation, narcissistic abuse, betrayal, all of the things. The people in my life didn't take me seriously. And from me starting my business and going through this alchemical work, this wealth alchemy that I'm now calling it, by going through that, I've created such a wealthy life. And I know why the universe hasn't delivered me the wealth that I'm destined to create, because the universe has shown me that it's not about the money. And I know that if I would have made all that money that these people have been making seemingly quick since they started their enagic business, but we have to remember that everyone has their own journey. So when it comes to the wealth that they created, the monetary wealth that they created for themselves, they paid their dues. They already paid their dues. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and physically, they paid their dues. And there comes a point for us, we have to pay our dues. Now, remember when I started my journey, I was at my rock bottom in all the way. I was fully led by my ego. And there's been so many instances throughout this journey, specifically over the last 5 years for me, where I've had to lower the ego over and over and over again. So many ego deaths over and over and over again. To do with various different aspects of my life, but money being one of the main things. And I've been tested with money hard over the last 5 years. You know, I moved to Bali on my own, and I've navigated being in Bali on my own with no safety cushion, with just my business. I haven't had a job this whole time. I've been running my business and doing the things and really working out, okay, well, why am I here? What is my life's mission? How do I want to build my business? Because the main way that people are being taught how to build their enagic businesses is the cliche way of advertising freedom and advertising that kind of laptop lifestyle and start an online business and all of that. And it works. I'm not poo-pooing it at all. It works. However, that's not fulfilling for me. And I know that wouldn't be fulfilling for my soul tribe either, because it gets a bit boring after a while. At first, yeah, roll with it, go with it, because you're building, you're building your confidence and you're learning things. And I still do talk about building an online business, don't get me wrong. That still comes into my content because it's a part of one of my branding pillars. However, I am so much more than building an online business, as are you, as are the rest of my soul tribe. We have so much medicine and magic within us to make a real difference to our soul tribe, more than just build an online business. So that's what I've created within the Growth Shift membership. I don't just teach people how to build an online business. No, it's so much more than that. I teach them everything that I've learned and embodied to get me to where I am today. To get me in alignment with my soul's path, my soul's mission, my soul's purpose. To anchor strong and sure into my power so I can stand my ground in power, in love, in kindness. There's been a situation literally just recently where an ex-intimate partner tried coming back into my life. However, there was somehow he cannot see what he was doing to me in respects to his manipulation. And, you know, no, I'm not poo-pooing him. He's great. He was the most healthiest relationship that I've ever had. Really beautiful man. But he wasn't ready to look in the mirror at his wounding, so he's projecting onto me as a 5-1 reflector with the gate of friction. I'm a walking, talking trigger. I'm a walking, talking people projector, right? And he wasn't ready to face his stuff. So he's projecting his stuff onto me, which I was allowing for a while because that's what I needed to strengthen myself. And I haven't spoken to him for, 7 months or so. And he came back into my life and I shared my point of what I saw of how I felt from a place of power, strong, sure power. No, you're not going to fuck with me. No, this is how it is. This is how I see things. And I was open to a reconciliation of some sort. I was open to seeing him because he said that he may come back to Bali. I was open to that after everything. And then through my response of being strong and sure in my power and sharing my space, I got a childish response back from him. And that's okay. There's no judgment to him. It is where he is. He is where he is. He's not ready to face his shit, and that's okay, right? Our intimate relations are the strongest mirrors of the teachings that we must embody. The strongest. And some people are just not ready to face it. I am. I will always hold my hands up. If I'm in the wrong, if I'm moving through darkness, if I'm being a todger, if I'm being toxic, I will always hold my hands up. I have throughout my whole journey. And this is why I am where I am right now. Because I have no issue looking in the mirror and looking at my shit and clearing my shit and holding my hands up and admitting where I'm wrong and admitting where the pain is and alchemizing that and transmuting that into a higher vibrational frequency, into lessons. I have no issue meeting my unmet needs that many of us are looking for in outside sources, that I used to look for in outside sources. And this is the whole point of wealth alchemy, yeah? Because when we create that feeling of wealth within, abundance, love, safety, security, freedom, as we create that within, we get that without. And that's been the whole of my journey. I've created it within, it's reflected without. I've created it within, it's reflected without. And that's taken deep work, looking in the mirror, asking myself questions, building all this strong, sure relationship with myself. And this is what I teach you. I don't just teach you how to build an online business. I teach you how to come back to yourself. And what that does is that builds an unfuckwithable power within where no one can fuck with you anymore. People are going to try, and there's going to be tests coming along to see how far you've come, to see how strong your discernment has become and how strong your boundaries are. Also how strong your heart is and how soft your heart is too. Because that's the journey, right? It's lowering the ego and it's coming into your heart. I don't think there's anything else I want to say here. Is there anything else? No, I've shared everything. So this is the new era. I am the wealth alchemist. I've created such an abundantly free, rich, healthy, wealthy, nourishing life for myself. And I will continue to expand on that. I'm yet to reach my first 5-figure month, but I know that that's coming this year. It's approaching so soon because I'm letting go of the shame. I am letting go of the shame, and I am worthy, and so are you. You are so worthy. of everything that you want in your life. So worthy. Whatever that is. The happiness, the health, the wealth, the relationships, the safety, the security. You are so worthy of everything. It doesn't matter what anyone else has said to you. It doesn't matter currently what beliefs are in your head, what stories your ego is telling you. No, you get to decide. You get to rewire. You get to alchemize. You get to shift. You get to rise. And I will continue to show you what's possible. I will continue to show you what's possible. And when you're ready, I am here. The Growth Shift membership is here. It's full of so much magic. So much. There's so much in there. Oh, I'm so excited for you and everything that you're going to learn. I'm so excited to serve you. And I'm so excited to witness you. I'm so excited to witness you and to celebrate you. Create everything in your life. Not just the money. The money's fun. But not just the money. Because it goes deeper than that. The relationships, the safety, the security, the personal power, the strength, the confidence, the belonging. I love you so much. I love you so much. Have a beautiful day.